Okay, there we saw some technical term called debtor. What do we mean by debtor? It is the person to whom we lend the money. Okay, creditor in the sense to whom we have to give the money. Right? I have said what do we mean by debtor and creditor when one is involved. Right? So when we look at it as the third person, when we are a third person, and whom do we call debtor and whom do we call creditor? The person who borrowed money, okay, is called the debtor, and the person who lent the money is called the creditor. Right? So now we shall proceed and do the other problems. See, here in this problem, what is given? Rupees 6,000 amounts to rupees 8,940. Okay, so initially I had 6,000 rupees. If I write something in red, it is a part of the problem, and if I write any other things in other color, it means they are the ideas to which they are used to solve this problem. Okay, they are not the part of the solution. Okay, it is just for your understanding. Initially I have 6,000 rupees. It changes to 8,940 at 14 percentage per annum interest. Okay, so this is happening and we are asked to find out the number of years for which the amount was lent, which means here what? N is the missing value. We need to find out the value of n. So what are these amounts? Initially I have this, and this money becomes 8,940 after a certain years. So this is what is given to us. So this would be P and this would be A. Right? They have given it amounts to. Okay, if it is given that rupees 6,000 gives you rupees 8,940, that may be treated as the interest. Okay, now let us do the problem, and in order to continue with this problem, it may be done in two ways, right? So you know that A is principal plus interest. So if you want interest out of it, your A minus P gives you the interest. Okay, and you know I is PNR upon 100. You know the value of P, you know the value of R, and you know once you calculate I value from this, and you may substitute here and do this thing. Okay, or else you may directly substitute here and try to find out the n value. Both has to give you the same value, right? So here for the calculation purpose, the first one, so calculating interest and doing the things will be the better one. Okay, so here what is given? We are given that principal value is rupees 6,000 and amount is 8,940. Okay, and rate of interest is 14 percentage. Now we need to find out number of years. That is, we need to find out the value of n. Okay, we know that amount can be written as principal plus interest. This tells you interest is amount minus principal. What is the amount you have? That is 8,600. Sorry, it is 8,940 minus 6,000, and this is 2,940. And also we know that I is PNR upon 100, right? So you have 2,940, which is 6,000 times of n is unknown and r is 14 upon 100. You have this thing. Therefore, when you have this n alone in this side and take everything else to this side, you have 2,940. It is the 60 is in the numerator, hence it comes to the denominator. Similarly, 14 is in the numerator, hence it comes to the denominator is 9. So now n is what? 2,940 upon 60 into 14. This gets cancelled, and when we cancel these things, what are we going to get? Let me try by sixth table itself. So 4, will I get it? Yeah, 49 is the thing I am getting. So when I cancel it, it is 7 upon 2. When I cancel it with the help of 7th table, I get 7 upon 2 years. What is 7 upon 2 years? It is 3.5 years. So the n value is 3.5 years, or simply we may say 3 years, and zero point 0.5 is 6 months, right? So 3 years, 6 months. This is the number of years for which the amount was lent. Okay, now let us see another problem. Here in this problem, what is given? A term deposit 4,000 earns an interest of rupees 2,500, which means I start with 4,000 and it is giving me the interest of 2,500, and n is 50 months. Okay, then I will have to find out the rate of interest. The rate of interest is denoted by what? Is R, right? So it is R percentage per annum. So this 50 months has to be converted to what? This has to be converted to number of years. So when you convert it to number of years, you are going to get what? 4 years, 2 months. Or it may be simply written as 50 upon 12 years, right? So when you have 12 months and when you divide this by 12, that is the number of months in a year, that is going to give you an year. So it may be simply written as 50 upon 12 years. Now, what should we find? We have to find the R value. We know that I is PNR upon 100, right? So we know the I value, that is 2500, P value is 4000, and N value is 50 upon 12, and R is unknown, and we have 100. So this gets cancelled, and if you want to cancel these two, yes, you may please. And how, with the help of fourth table, we may do so. When we do it with the help of fourth table, it is going to be 10 and it is going to be 3, right? And take things to this side. So you have 2500, and when you bring this 10 to this side, you will have this in denominator, it is 50 upon 3. So when you bring this here, you will have 50 in the denominator and 3 in the numerator, and you have R here. Yes, now you can cancel these things, and when you cancel with the 5, it is going to be like this. Therefore it is what? R is 15 percentage per annum. This is the interest at which the money gave us rupees 2500 as an interest for rupees 4000 in 50 months, right? And we'll see another problem. Okay, here a certain sum amounts to rupees 4000 at the end of 5 years at 12 percentage interest. Find the sum. Here what actually happened? Here it is given that a certain amount, which means you do not know initially what you had, but initially what you, let that being a mathematician, we are used to do this x and y, right? So if you want to take it as x, you may take it as, but if you want to take that as a certain amount, so let me have it as some p. Okay, a certain sum amounts to 4000, so this becomes rupees 4000 in 5 years at 12 percentage interest rate. So right, so what is the principal amount? That is what we need to find here. So exactly this is what we are going to do now. uh, let us proceed. Okay, sorry, this is where we need to proceed, right? So here what is given? We are given that A is rupees 4000, right? N is 5 years, and rate of interest is 12 percentage per annum. And what? We need to find out the principal value. Okay. We know the formula that A is P times of 1 plus NR upon 100. So this is what we are going to make use here. You know this is 4000. This is P, 1 plus N is 5, R is 12, and is, sorry, and is 100. Okay, so it is P times of 1 plus, when you multiply you are going to get 60, and is 100. You may cancel these things. So this is P times of 1 plus 0 0.6. So it is 1.6 times of P. Okay, so when you need P, take the half P in one side and take this quantity to this side, so you have 1.6, and this may be written as, I take P to the other side, so this is 4000 upon 1.6. So in order to bring this integer quantity, that is without any decimal, I am just doing this. So I have 40,000 in the numerator, here I have 16, and when I try to cancel it with the help of fourth table, I am going to get 10,000 upon 4. Now I can do again the fourth table, so it is going to give me 2500. So the initial the principal amount, is rupees 2500, right? Here I am doing calculations by my own. If you want, you may do the calculations by the calculator itself. If you are not so good at multiplication tables and all, for the complicated problems, even I will make use of the calculator. I will show the calculations also on the screen. You may check it out. Thank you.